Hey, what's going on guys? RageTrain here and welcome back finally to another episode of Hypixel Skyblock here. And today we have finally gotten a substantial content update here on Hypixel Skyblock, and I am going to be getting into all the new features they added. I'm going to be covering a lot of the new items they have added with this as well. I know a lot of you guys out there have probably already seen either some videos covering this update or some forum posts covering it, but I was able to find some information about some stuff in the update that is not like super obviously public right now at the moment. So hopefully even those of you who have seen a lot of the stuff to do with this update will still be able to learn something new from this video. But yeah man, just super excited for this. Hopefully we're going to be able to get daily uploads out for the next couple of days. I have a ton of ideas of stuff I want to cover in regards to this new update. So just keep your guys' eyes out on the channel and hopefully you'll be seeing something new that has to do with this update every single day for at least the next couple of days. But yeah, to start us out here, we have got to go to the basics of the update. So if you want to get started with this thing, what you have to do is head over to where like the forest and graveyard area starts, and you will see this bartender guy out here. You go into this building, head down to the basement here, and you will see this man right here, Maddox the Slayer. Now, if you right click on this guy here, this is where you're going to be able to get to all the content of this update. You will see in his little GUI here, there are 3 like sections available right now and 4 that are not released yet. So what these 3 sections are 3 like brand new bosses you can fight, and each of these bosses can be fought anywhere from a tier 1 to a tier 5. And depending on the tier of boss that you fight, it'll be much harder as you go up the tiers, but you will also in turn get better rewards from completing that boss fight. But basically guys, the main reason you want to fight these bosses is because they reward you with both Slayer XP and some new items. Now, that Slayer XP is very important because that is how you unlock access to all the new crafting recipes available with this update. So you can see here, the Revenant Horror boss has 17 recipes related to it. The Tarantula boss has 13 recipes related to it, and the Sven Packmaster boss has 21 recipes related to it. So if I hover over my boss leveling rewards here for the Revenant Horror, you will see my current Zombie Slayer level is 2. I'm actually pretty close to 3. If I did another Revenant Horror level 3, I would actually get up to Zombie Slayer level 3. But because of that, if I go to my Slayer recipes here, you will see I have unlocked the Wand of Healing item, and then I've also unlocked access to this Zombie Ring here and this Revenant Viscera. And then same thing with these other 2 bosses, I'm level 2 on this Tarantula Broodfather boss as well, so I've unlocked these 3 recipes here. And then on the Sven Packmaster boss, level 2 as well, and I've unlocked these 4 recipes here. So what I want to do in just a second here is show you guys actually all the items you can unlock from fighting the Sven Packmaster boss here, which I think is the hardest boss. It seems that in addition to the bosses just getting harder as you tier them up, they actually are getting harder in this order as well. So like Revenant Horror is the easiest, then Tarantula Broodfather is the next easiest, and then Sven Packmaster is the hardest. But before I go ahead and show you guys some of the insane items you can unlock from this guy, I figure I should just go ahead and demo a boss really quickly here for those of you guys who have not gotten to really play around with this update at all yet. So I'm actually going to do a Revenant Horror tier 2. Honestly, even if you're gonna do the tier 3 bosses solo, you'd probably need a pretty decent armor and weapon setup, and also like a pretty good supply of pods, because like the difficulty curve is insane. You'll see the tier 2 one, 20k health, and it does 50 damage per second. The tier 3 one has 400k health and does 300 damage per second, so it gets much harder pretty quickly. And I have not fought a tier 4 one yet, but I believe last night with the group I was doing a couple of these with, I think they said this one has 1.5 million HP. I'm not sure how much damage it does though. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do the tier 2 Revenant boss to start off with here. But I think I actually will be putting out a video in the coming days that covers how you can actually efficiently fight these bosses and kind of some little tricks you can do and whatnot to make the fights much easier for yourself. But yeah, anyways, the boss spawn itself is actually based on the amount of combat XP that you acquire for that particular mob. So I think in order to spawn this tier 2 Revenant Horror boss, I actually have to gain 2,500 zombie combat XP, which I could do by killing those zombies up at the top of the graveyard, but it's much easier to get the combat XP if you kill like these level 30 crypt ghouls down here. As you can see, I only need to kill 43 of these guys, and I think if I were to do like those regular like level 1 or 2 zombies up there at the top of the graveyard, I have to kill like almost 200. Alright, so I just hit the 43 kills. You can see the Revenant Horror guy has spawned in here, and I killed him already. He did do a lot of damage pretty quickly though. He was only alive for like, what was that, 3 seconds, and he was able to do 200 damage. So yeah, sorry that boss fight wasn't longer, but like I said, the tier 3 one is much harder than the tier 2, and I'm not even sure if I would have completed it. You know what though, I guess I should attempt it just so you guys can kind of get an idea of how much more difficult the tier 3 one is compared to the tier 2. So we will go ahead and do a tier 3 one, but before I do that, I have to actually turn in my tier 2 boss kill now back to Maddox, which you guys will see right now. So you've killed the boss, you head back over to him and you turn it in, and you will see I get 25 zombie slayer XP for completing that. So I guess I am going to attempt to do a tier 3 Revenant Horror again. So I'll actually demonstrate really quickly what I was talking about earlier. So if I were to go through and just like kill these zombies up here, you would see I'd have to kill 321 of them to spawn this guy. Whereas if I instead just go down here and kill Crypt Ghouls, I only have to kill 71. I'm really in no shape to fight a tier 3 Revenant boss right now. I just upgraded to strong dragon armor today because my like young dragon armor and ender armor was no longer sufficient for this update, but I haven't even gotten a chance to enchant these top 2 pieces yet, so I really should not be doing this. But I just want to show you guys that these tier 3 ones are pretty dang difficult to fight by yourself. Like, it's almost definitely going to kill me, but it's all for the content, boys, so it's worth it. It just spawned. I was not ready for it. I was going to try and drink these potions before he spawned in, but yeah, you guys will see he's just gonna murder me now. There's no way. I don't have enough health to take this guy on. He's gonna kill me. Yeah, I mean, you see, I could not survive at all. My plan was to drink these pots before I got the last kill, but I guess I miscounted somehow and he just absolutely destroyed me. So you guys really did not get to see much of that boss at all, but that's because he's very overpowered, and even in this somewhat decent strong armor I have on, he was able to destroy me. So yeah, there you guys go. Tier 3 bosses are not to be done solo unless you are very geared out with pots, probably superior dragon armor. Like, you're gonna need an aspect of dragons. You're gonna need to be pretty geared out if you're attempting to do it solo. But if you have a group of like 5 or 6 people who can help take the aggro of the boss off of you and whatnot, you can easily get it done. So yeah, I think that covers all the basics of the update I wanted to get into. Now I just kind of want to talk about the items a little bit. So they actually have a new like whole recipe book for these Slayer recipes in particular. You will see it's this little bow down here. I have 9 of 51 unlocked, and obviously none of the ones I have unlocked here are very interesting at all because you get them like super early on in like the Slayer levels and whatnot. But just some ones of interest that I think would be really cool to show off to you guys is, first here, there is a brand new Revenant Minion that can be crafted with Revenant flesh here and a crystallized heart. And there is also now a Tarantula Minion as well. So that about covers all the items that I'm able to show you guys right now with the like stuff that I've acquired and the level I've gotten to with my Slayer quest. But some of the very high tier Wolf Slayer item recipes actually got leaked on the forums. I'm not sure if this person unlocked them or if they were just able to see them somehow, but there's just a couple like insane items that were posted here that I want to go ahead and show you guys really quickly. So I'm just gonna be using screenshots from this forums post. I'm not gonna go through all the items. There were a bunch on this post, so if you guys want to go through and check out the rest of these items for yourself, I'll link this forums post in the top line of the description, so make sure you click on that and check it out. But the first item here is this weird tuba, which you can see the description says you and 4 nearby players gain plus 30 strength and plus 30 speed for 20 seconds, and it costs 150 mana to use. But that is just a really cool new thing they've decided to put into the game, because there weren't really like many items like this that focused heavily around team-oriented play. So I think that this update in particular is definitely setting us up for dungeons in the near future. So I'm going to be doing my best to collect as many of these items as I can, because I think these are going to be super useful for dungeons. But this item obviously would be useful for like the higher tier Slayer quest as well, because if you get a party of like 5 people to fight, you know, like a tier 4, tier 5 Revenant boss, then that plus 30 strength and 30 speed for everybody is definitely going to help out. Another like insane looking like team-based item here is this Flux Power Orb. You can see it says when you place this thing down, it'll buff up to 5 players within 18 blocks for 60 seconds, and it gives you plus 100% base mana regen, heals you for 2.5% of your max health per second, increases all your heals by 5%, and grants plus 25 strength. So that thing is super overpowered. You can see at the bottom there though, it requires Wolf level 7, so you'd have to kill a lot of those high tier spend pack masters probably to be able to unlock that crafting recipe. And I guess the last item I'll cover in this video will be this Red Claw artifact here, just because it's a new epic talisman, which is always nice to have because the reforges you can get on those things are amazing, and the ability on this one is crazy. It gives you just by default plus 5% crit damage. So imagine you reforge that thing to Itchy, it's going to be giving you plus 17% crit damage total. But yeah, that's it for the items I'm going to cover in this video. I would highly recommend that you guys check out this forums post though. because just doing a quick look through it, there's probably another like 15 items on here that I did not cover, and these are all really cool items. So definitely recommend checking out that forums post if you guys have not already seen it. But yeah, I think that should do it in terms of like a general video covering what's been added with this update. Obviously, like I've mentioned like 2 or 3 times now, I'm gonna be making more videos in the coming days that are going to be more specific to like certain aspects of the update itself. I think for my next video, I either want to do some coin making tips or some tips on how to like efficiently kill the bosses. So let me know in the comment section down below which of those 2 videos you guys would prefer next, and I'll hopefully get that up for you guys tomorrow, and then the other one will be up the day after that. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys are as excited for this update as I am. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, so you can keep up to date with all my uploads. If you enjoyed the video, a like on it would be much appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video probably tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys then. Peace.